Ruling elite class in Tigray and Eritrea are elevating their relations to new levels. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel, viewers. A lot is happening between Tigray and Eritrea, or you can say between the ruling elite in Tigray and the ruling elite in Eritrea. A few weeks ago in a video, in a live chat rather, I told you about a 2-point deal reached between TPLF, Tigray military, and PFDJ, Eritrean military. But it seems that a lot has happened since then. From that 2-point deal, the two parties have come a long way to form strategic relations. I got information on this topic. That's why I thought of sharing it with you. When Getachew was in power and TPLF wanted to remove him, military also wanted to remove him. Military had issued a statement in support of TPLF Debrecen. Getachew was refusing to give in. Back then, TPLF and Tigray military people held discussions with their Eritrean counterparts. TPLF leaders, Tigray generals went to Asmara. Discussions were held. The two sides reached some understandings. Those understandings were not strategic partnership between the two sides. They mainly agreed on 2 points. Mainly, Tigray wanted assurance from Eritrea that if federal government launched its forces on Tigray, Eritrea will ensure that Tigray is not put under siege and Tigray will be allowed to use Eritrean soil, Eritrean ports. Isaias agreed. Isaias said that he won't be part of the war against TPLF if TPLF removes Getachew, or if in other case federal forces are launched on Tigray, Eritrea won't close its border. Eritrea will keep the border open for Tigray forces or for the use of Tigray. In return, Eritrea said that if Abiy waged war on Eritrea on the issue of access to sea or on some other issues, Tigray will ensure that it won't support Abiy's war. And secondly, Isaias said that if federal government of Ethiopia launches Eritrean opposition groups secretly or openly into Eritrea, Tigray will ensure that its territories are not used by these Eritrean opposition groups. The launch of the opposition groups is linked to Ethiopian attempt to gain sea access. Tigray agreed. And we saw that Tigray has not supported federal government's position about access to sea through Eritrea in recent months. And after Getachew was removed from power, after the removal of Getachew, no Eritrean opposition group was allowed to enter Tigray. Brigade Nihamado people visited Tigray when Getachew was in power. After the removal of Getachew, Varade is not expected to allow any Eritrean opposition group, Brigade Nihamado, Eritrean National Congress, Rasado, Egi, to be based in Tigray. Because this is what they agreed with the Eritrean government. So both sides are honoring that deal. But that deal was reached months ago. After that, these two parties, PFDJ and TPLF, Tigray generals and EDF generals, they held several discussions. They held several rounds of talks. I told you about Masho Bajina's visit of Eritrea in last night's video. Masho is not the only general who has visited Eritrea in recent months. Several others visited too. Why? Because strategic dialogue has been held reportedly. Strategic dialogue for the establishment of a partnership between the two sides. So the two sides have made considerable progress from that 2-point deal to forming a strategic partnership which will be in the fields of politics, in the fields of economy, in the fields of security, in the fields of diplomacy, etc. Both are trying to align their interests. Both are trying to set joint targets. Both are trying to link economically. Both are trying to identify their common enemies. And they're working on forming the strategic partnership. Will it happen or not? We don't know. But I think in the short term, they want to have joint goals set. That is why Eritrea agreed to open its border and aid or items of daily use started entering Tigray from Eritrea. It was a difficult decision. It was not an easy decision. Will Eritrea open its border for exports from Tigray to what will be exported through Eritrea from Tigray? Tigray has been, TPLF has been accusing Ethiopian federal government that it received gold worth billions of dollars from Tigray in last 2 years when Getachew was in power. I don't think that now TPLF will allow the gold of Tigray to be sent to federal government. It will export the gold, it will sell the gold through Eritrea in some Middle Eastern markets. And Sadkan and Getachew, by the way, accused TPLF and Tigray military generals in the past of smuggling gold to Eritrea. So now the two sides are holding strategic level discussions. I doubt that they'll be able to form a long-term strategic partnership because they fought alongside each other, then they fought each other. They killed each other. They jointly removed Mengistu Haile Mariam, but then for over 2 decades, they kept on fighting each other. They raised proxies against each other. They don't trust each other. They are uniting because they have one common enemy in front of them, and that is PP, that is Pimabi's government. They want to remove this government. They want to topple this government. That is why they are forming a strategic partnership, which perhaps will be effective for the time being and for a short period of time. Once they reach the destination, once they achieve their goals, they could revert to what we saw during EPRDF-PFDJ rule from 1993 to 2018. But so far, they're trying to revive their relations. EPLF-TPLF style relationship, pre-1990s relationship, they're trying to revive. This time, they're not agreeing on military targets only. Economy is also part of discussions, security, politics, everything. They're making progress. How lasting this progress will be? Will they form a long-lasting relationship? All that remains to be seen. While all that is happening between Asmara and Mekelle, Is Addis Ababa sleeping? Definitely not. Addis Ababa wouldn't be sleeping. Will Abiy allow his rivals to unite and be a challenge to him, be a threat to his government? Obviously, he will take action. Which type of action? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching.